been an extremely loyal part of our programs, and we're glad that he comes and reads for us
Great.
each and every time. I wish I could see you. Bernard Block.
First, I want to thank Bert and Linda for putting this together. This is the third reading. It started in May of last year. And I want to thank Amy, Rebecca, and Morgan for their wonderful poetry, and the audience for showing up tonight, and Eric Krebs for providing the space. And I want to endorse what Rebecca said about open readings. I have a list here of some of the open readings that have been going on for the last several years, and they keep the fires of poetry burning here, and we need that to read poetry, perform poetry in open mics like this. Since this is about Woman as Muse, the first poem I'm going to read is called The Lady of the Trapeze. The Lady of the Trapeze is the muse, or maybe the poet. The man soaked in gasoline has just had an accident and is perhaps dying. The Lady of the Trapeze. Close your eyes, even the stones come alive, thinks the Lady of the Trapeze. Fire, air, water, trees. The man soaked in gasoline, the moon bathing in a dream, dreaming fire, dreaming trees, thinks the Lady of the Trapeze. Is an angel whispering in his ear, telling him to disappear, dreaming water beyond the seas. The man is dying, hear him wheeze. Hear him mutter, child and wife, hear him adding death and life. See the angel hovering near, listen to the man's one tear edging down his cheek, the angel urging him to speak. Speak of water, speak of trees, thinks the Lady of the Trapeze. He mutters name of wife, of child. He sees the petals folding mild. He speaks of wind, he speaks of fire. He breathes a petal of desire. He breathes a petal quiet as lace. He breathes of wind, he breathes of grace. He is a leaf, he is a freeze, thinks the Lady of the Trapeze. The second poem is about how close people are living to poverty in this so-called recovering economy. This is in the voice of a cookie weigher at De Niro's Bakery on East 11th Street. Many people who are working this close a veil away from being bankrupt, homeless, and living on the streets. Cookie weigher at De Niro's Bakery, East 11th Street, New York City. If the boss says, do it, I do it. If the boss says, toe the line, it's fine. I do it. Toe the line. If Mercury says 40-degree in bakery, if Mercury says it's good for the cookie, I don't disagree. I'm basking in Waikiki. I've seen the black sack, homeless, bending to the turf, frozen at an angle outside St. Mark's Church. He'll bend that way forever, because the boss told him, do it, and he didn't. So he's a sack. A triangle, but he'll never hear the bell. He's a bird pecking pits on the path to the altar. I won't be no bird. I won't peck no pits on the path to the altar. Mother Mary won't let me do it. Mother Mary scolded me, told me, toe the line, do it. Mother Mary told me, listen to the Mercury. Mother told me, smile like I'm on Diamond Head. Smile like I'm basking in Waikiki. Now, the painting that Norman Rockwell did in the 1940s, Saying Grace, sold for $46 million at Sotheby's Gallery in December. He got $3,000 for it back in 1942 or 43. It's a painting of a grandmother and child saying grace in a diner in Vermont or Massachusetts. Saying Grace. The Norman Rockwell painting, Saying Grace, brought in $46 million at Sotheby's Gallery in the York Avenue sales room. Saying Grace, the room went dead quiet, quiet as lace. while a tense 9.5-minute bidding battle played out for saying grace. A gray cloud crossed the skies, a maid folded curtains lined with lace. A child bent his knee, saying grace. A skull graced with flies, lips of red out of eyes, a gray cloud folded, wise. A spider spun a trace, a lace of light across the skies, a child bent his knee, saying grace. The wind whispered sighs lined with grace. Lace of clouds across the skies, clouds of blue crossed white skies, aisles filled with crowds of grace. Cheeks were red with fire of ice. Christ looked up, saw all in place. Crucifix shadow crossed the skies. A child bent his knee, saying grace. I have 2 more poems. Is that okay? This is, I went to midnight mass at the Marble Collegiate Church. I'm Jewish, but I love the music and love Handel and love the feeling of it. But everyone was talking about what Christ said or meant, but nobody asked the crucifix what the crucifix thinks and feels. This is called The Crucifix Speaks. The crucifix speaks. I speak to you as I must, speak to you beneath the dust. I see the day as yesterday. They nailed him with the moon's slit ray. Slit of palm, split the night, acid moon, crows in flight. I did not choose the angled light. I had no choice, nor wrong, nor right. The men who split the light of dawn slit from root as I was born amid the alien corn, dust to dust as I was torn, too late to mourn as I must speak to you beneath the dust. And finally, everyone, you've all heard about the scandal, the first scandal to hit the de Blasio administration. It was in all the newspapers. I wrote a poem about it. It's called The Scandal of the Fork. Scandal of the Fork. The steaming pizzerinio arrived for new mayor of Metropolis, Bill de Blasio. Blazing and delectable smoked mozzarella and sausage pie arrived on mayor's pilgrimage to Goodfellas, venerable Staten Island pizzeria. The new mayor of Metropolis smiled, nodded at his slice, then proceeded to do the unthinkable, picked up knife and fork to slice and fork his pizzerinio. This caused great consternation across the nation of Metropolis. Disaster, disaster, they cried. First mistake as mayor, they sighed. A scandal, hashtag Forkgate, on Twitter appeared, went viral in blogosphere. But the kid with clear head said, he did not fork his constituents. Yes, his older brother roared, he did not drink beer with a straw, like Mayor Bloom-Baggio, who also poured copious salt on his pizzerinio, OMG, before tasting, or like Mayor Romeo and Giuliano, who loved himself, who poured salt and more salt on all he would greet, on all the meat he could eat. Mayor Bill de Blasio said he was Mambo Italiano, said Caesar and Caligula ate pork, ate pizzerinio with knife and fork, and the kid with clear head said, please, Mr. Mayor, be a good gent. Do not let those guys raise the rent. Do not fork your constituents.